2 miles beneath Antarctica's ice, a sensor picked up something that should not move. Not wind, not shifting ice, not a known animal. Something tracked across multiple readings, moving in a pattern too consistent to dismiss. Scientists checked the equipment 3 times. They assumed malfunction. They were wrong. What they found instead has quietly divided polar researchers for years, and most of the world has never heard about it. In this video, 3 things are going to stay with you long after it ends. First, the exact signal that should not exist 2 miles under solid ice. Second, the hidden lake system where something is keeping water liquid in total darkness. And third, the one explanation scientists keep circling back to, even though almost none of them want to say it out loud. Let me show you exactly what they found. Antarctica looks empty, frozen, silent. But underneath the ice, sometimes 2 miles deep, there is a hidden world that has been completely sealed off from the surface for millions of years. Here is the first thing most people do not know. The ice sheet is not solid all the way down. Pressure from above and heat from below keep the bottom layers liquid in certain zones. That liquid water forms lakes, rivers, entire drainage systems, moving slowly beneath the ice, completely out of sight. Scientists have mapped over 400 of these subglacial lakes so far. Most are small, a few are massive. Lake Vostok alone is roughly the size of Lake Ontario, and it has been sealed off from the outside world for an estimated 15 to 25 million years. Second thing to know, researchers monitor this hidden world using seismic sensors, radar, and satellite tracking. Equipment designed to detect movement, temperature shifts, and pressure changes far below the ice. Most of the time, these instruments record exactly what you would expect. Ice settling, water flowing along predictable paths. Nothing unusual. But starting in the early 2000s, that changed. Multiple research teams, working independently, using different equipment in different parts of the continent, started recording signals that did not fit any known pattern. Movement, repeated, localized, and completely unexplained. Now here's where things get really interesting. In 2009, a NASA satellite mission called GRACE, the Gravity Recovery and Climate Experiment, was tracking subtle changes in Earth's gravitational field over Antarctica. GRACE was not designed to look for anything strange. Its job was simple: measure ice mass, track melting, monitor climate change. But the data showed something researchers did not expect: a localized gravitational anomaly in East Antarctica, centered on something hidden deep beneath the Wilkes Land ice sheet. The anomaly was consistent with an enormous buried mass, estimated at roughly 200,000 megatons, sitting in a crater more than 300 miles wide. Researchers eventually concluded this was most likely an ancient impact crater, a massive asteroid or comet that struck the Earth roughly 250 million years ago, potentially linked to the Permian-Triassic extinction event, the deadliest mass extinction in Earth's history. That alone is a significant discovery, a buried scar from the event that may have wiped out nearly 90% of all life on the planet. But here is the detail that researchers could not fully explain. Seismic monitoring around the crater site recorded movement, not settling, not ice shift. A repeating signal detected across multiple monitoring periods that behaved less like geological activity and more like something with a rhythm. Scientists ran diagnostics on every instrument. They checked for equipment failure. They cross-referenced with independent sensors placed miles apart. The signal kept showing up. But if you think that's strange, wait until you hear what happened next. Around the same period, a separate research effort was monitoring Lake Vostok, the massive subglacial lake sealed beneath 2 miles of ice for millions of years. When Russian scientists finally drilled into the lake in 2012, the water samples were extraordinary. DNA fragments belonging to thousands of organisms, bacteria, fungi, multicellular life, surviving in total darkness under extreme pressure in conditions that should make life impossible. That discovery alone reshaped how scientists think about where life can exist. But thermal imaging conducted around the lake's perimeter recorded something else: localized heat fluctuations that did not correlate with the known geothermal activity in the region. Patches of warmth that appeared, shifted position over weeks, and then disappeared. Geologists offered a reasonable explanation: shifting volcanic activity beneath the West Antarctic Rift, a known geothermal zone running underneath parts of the ice sheet. I'll explain why that explanation has not fully satisfied everyone in just a moment. Because volcanic heat sources are typically stable. They do not relocate meaningfully over a matter of weeks. What researchers were tracking moved, not dramatically, not fast, but consistently, in a pattern that several independent teams flagged as worth further investigation, while stopping well short of offering an alternative explanation. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. In 2021, a team using ice-penetrating radar combined both datasets for the first time, the Wilkes Land seismic signal and the West Antarctic thermal movement, and ran a comparative analysis. The results did not resolve the mystery. They deepened it. Both signals, recorded thousands of miles apart, showed a similar rhythmic quality. Not identical, not synchronized, but structurally similar enough that the research team flagged it as statistically unlikely to be coincidental. Here is what makes this significant. These are two of the most remote, least monitored regions on Earth, separated by enormous distance, studied by completely different research groups using different equipment for different original purposes. And yet, both recorded movement patterns that conventional geological models struggle to fully explain. The leading scientific theories remain grounded and reasonable. Subglacial water flow creating resonance patterns as it moves through ice channels. Microseismic activity linked to the ancient impact crater settling over geological time. Volcanic plume activity beneath the rift zone, shifting in ways not yet fully modeled. Each of those explanations is plausible. Each is supported by some evidence. None of them, on their own, accounts for every observed detail. That gap between what the data shows and what current models can fully explain is exactly where genuine scientific uncertainty lives. Not because something supernatural is happening, but because Antarctica remains one of the least understood environments on the planet, and our instruments are only now sophisticated enough to detect signals this subtle. Researchers are not hiding an answer. They simply do not have one yet that accounts for everything. So what does all this mean for us today? There are 3 reasons this story matters beyond pure curiosity. First, our climate models may be incomplete. If there is more unaccounted for geothermal or seismic activity beneath the Antarctic ice sheet than current models assume, that directly affects predictions about ice sheet stability and sea level rise. The West Antarctic ice sheet alone holds enough water to raise global sea levels by over 3 meters. Understanding every heat source contributing to its melt, known and unknown, is not academic. It is a matter of long-term planning for coastal cities housing hundreds of millions of people. Second, the search for life beyond Earth depends on what we learn here. Jupiter's moon Europa and Saturn's moon Enceladus both have liquid oceans sealed beneath thick ice crusts. environment strikingly similar to Lake Vostok. If Antarctica can teach us how life persists in total darkness, under extreme pressure, cut off from the sun for millions of years, that knowledge becomes the blueprint for what NASA and the European Space Agency are looking for on those moons. Every unexplained signal we learn to interpret here improves our ability to interpret signals from somewhere far stranger. Third, and this is the part that should genuinely humble us. Antarctica is larger than the United States and Mexico combined. We have mapped a small fraction of what lies beneath its ice in any real detail. Our sensors are improving every year, and every time they improve, they pick up something we did not expect. That is not a sign that something is being hidden from us. It is a sign that we are still very early in understanding our own planet. The unexplained signals beneath Antarctica's ice are not proof of mystery for mystery's sake. They are proof that Earth still has secrets, even now, even with satellites circling it constantly. Before we wrap up, there's one final thing you need to know. Here is the detail most coverage of this story leaves out. In 2023, researchers published updated radar imaging showing that the rhythmic signal near Wilkes Land had weakened significantly compared to readings from a decade earlier. Whatever was producing it appears to be settling, stabilizing, behaving more consistently with long-term geological processes than with anything sudden or unexplained. That detail matters because it supports the most likely scientific conclusion. Ancient impact craters do not stay perfectly still as they settle over millions of years. Subglacial water systems shift seasonally. Volcanic rift zones fluctuate in cycles that take decades, not days, to fully reveal their pattern. The most probable answer to what was moving under the Antarctic ice is not something exotic. It is the slow, complex, still only partially mapped geological life of a buried world we are just beginning to understand. But most probable is not the same as fully proven. And until every detail of these signals is explained with full confidence, Antarctica will keep doing what it has done for decades, generating real, peer-reviewed, unresolved questions that genuinely intelligent people are still working to answer. We started this video asking what was moving deep under the Antarctic ice. The honest answer is probably something explainable, and almost certainly something we have not finished learning yet. If this opened your eyes,